Hi everyone, today we will learn the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon of your class 10 first flight book written by Ogden Nash. It is a humorous ballad close to a parody. Now Ogden Nash reveled in this type of poetry and became very famous in America. He is known as the most humorous poet of America. He has excelled in this unconventional type of humorous poems. Ogden Nash wrote over 400 pieces of comic verse. The best of his work was published in 14 volumes between 1931 and 1972. Let us start the poem now. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a really truly little pet dragon. In the very first stanza, we are introduced with the characters of the poem. Belinda, who is only the human character, lives with other pets such as a black kitten, a grey mouse, a yellow dog and a red wagon. And in the last line, and a really truly little pet dragon. Really means real, truly means true. So this is a poetic license which the poet is using in order to create a humorous effect in the poem. So as I have already told you, the poem is a humorous poem. It is close to a parody. It is a ballad, and as we will unfold the poem, we will tell you what are the characteristics of ballad used in the poem. As you know, in ballad we use some heroic deeds. So here, although heroism is depicted, but it is in a humorous way. Let's see the second stanza. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward, and she called him Custard. Second stanza, we are introduced with the names of these characters. Firstly, the black kitten is called Ink, and grey mouse is called Blink. Blink of the eyes, we used to say. Blink blink means tiny, so the mouse is very tiny, that is why it is called Blink. And the dog is yellow like mustard seeds, so it is called Mustard. And the dragon is called Custard. So mustard, custard, all are rhyming, that is why even the name of the characters are also used in a rhythmic way in order to create humorous effect in the poem. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on the top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace chimney for a nose, and really truly daggers on his toes. So in the third stanza, the description of the dragon is beautifully portrayed by the poet. The dragon is very fearful to look at. He has spikes, as you have seen in the video, the triangular shapes used for his defense purpose generally, and it is on the back of a dragon. Scales are fine lines on their belly, as you have seen in the snakes. Snakes has also scales beneath their body. Dragon emits fire from their mouth, as we have seen in some mythological stories. Custard nose emits smoke like chimney, as his toes are like daggers. Dagger is a sword-like metal. It is it is thicker and smaller than a sword. Fourth stanza, Belinda was as brave as barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a race, but Custard cried for a nice safe case. In this fourth stanza, the poet uses two similes. First is brave as barrel full of bears, and the second is as brave as tiger. Now, the barrel full of bears, it means Belinda is very courageous. After drinking a glass of wine, it is said people become fearless. They can speak anything. Then just imagine a barrel full of bears. How much bravery can be just imagined from that simile. It suggests tones of bravery. That means Belinda is very brave. The kitten and the mouse are so brave that they can chase lions down the stairs, and the dog bravery is compared to even a tiger. Here again a simile is used. But Custard, in spite of his fearful look, is very coward, and that is why he is asking for a case for his safety. Fifth stanza. Belinda tickled him, she tickled him unmerciful, Ink, Blink and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the really truly cowardly dragon. So here, tickle means make fun of. So Belinda, not only Belinda but the other denizens of the house, they also make fun of the dragon. Now they called him Percival. Percival was a medieval knight of King Arthur's time. So why it is used? It is used in an ironical way. As he is a coward, he is compared to a very brave knight of King Arthur's time. Stanza 6. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Wick, which is giggling for a mouse." Ink and Blink rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe case. So in this stanza, we are told that whenever Custard wanted to be put in a case, Belinda and Blink giggled. Giggled means laughed to their heart content, and Ink and Mustard asked him how old he was, that he was scared of every little thing. So they all are making fun of the dragon. Stanza 7. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meouch cried Ink, and ooh cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. So here nasty means unpleasant, bad, and window stands for window. This is used by the poet in order to create a rhythmic effect of the poem. And as it is a humorous poem, he is using this word window in order to rhyme with the other word Belinda. So in this stanza, the poet describes a particular incident when Belinda and her pets they have heard an unpleasant sound. What is the unpleasant sound? That is made by a pirate. Pirate, maybe you have seen Pirate of the Caribbean Sea. So pirate is a sea robber, as you know. So he looks fearful. A pirate has come from he has climbed from the window and intruded into the house of Belinda. Master sensing trouble started growling. Ink and Blink tried out in horror, and finally they saw that the pirate was climbing into their house through the window. Stanza 8. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. So in this stanza, we are told that the pirate had guns in both his hands and knife. So here cutlass means a short sword or knife between his teeth. He also had beard and a wooden leg. So because of some struggle, because of some attack, he might have lost his leg. And his appearance, all in all, suggests that he is a sinister figure. He has come with no good intention to Belinda's house. Stanza 9. Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little mouse Blink strategically mouse-holed. Here, yelp means scream and trickle down means to fled quietly. So Belinda cried for help. She is very much afraid now as the danger has arrived in the form of a pirate. And Mustard, who seems to be as brave as tiger. Tiger in rage. Rage means anger. But here he fled away quietly, screaming. Ink, what did he do? Ink hide in the basement or attic. And Blink, what did he do? He went into his mouse hole. So everybody fled from the scene when they saw the pirate. Stanza 10. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like iron in a dungeon, with a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm. He went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. Here are some difficult words you will get. Snorting. Snorting means explosive sound that is created by, here it is created by Custard the dragon. And dungeon means underground tunnel, underground cell. Clatter, clank, jangling, these are sound. Some sound of some metal. This is metallic sound. So, what does this stanza suggest? That we are told that Custard surprised everyone with his actions. He seems to be very coward, but now he has become very brave. He jumped up and started snorting in indignation and anger. In fact, it sounded like an engine revolving. So he was making some kind of sound with his mouth. Then Custard beat his tail against the floor as if somebody is locking the doors of dungeon, the underground cell, with great force. And it sounded like metal chains in a dungeon being banged against one another. Finally, he charged towards the pirate in some way that bird, the robin is a bird who is very swift in catching worm. So as if robin, he is also swiftly catching this pirate and he ate the pirate. Stanza 11. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon and fired 2 bullets, but they did not hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. So in this stanza, we are shown that pirate's reaction to Custard. We know that he had no chance of winning against a dragon. So he just stared at Custard and took a drink of alcohol. So here, grog is alcohol. Gapped is stare. To stare in surprise. He is looking at the dragon in surprise. And flagon. Flagon means a container to hold the liquid. Liquid means here his drink, the wine. And gobble means swallowed. So the pirate is looking, staring at Custard and took a drink of alcohol from his flagon, preparing to be eaten alive. He feebly fired the shot at Custard from his pistol, but his aim was off, and finally Custard ate him up in one bite. Stanza 12. Belinda embraced him, Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. Here, there are 3 words, difficult words. Embrace means hug. Mourn means sad. Gyrate means move round and round. Move around in circle. So, what does this stanza mean? In this stanza, we are told that Belinda gave Custard a hug because he has won over the pirate. And Mustard licked him. So, they are doing all this because they are happy that the danger is over now. So both man and dog express approval in their own way. Nobody spared a thought for the pirate who had been eaten. Instead, Ink and Blink stared, dancing in a happy mood around Custard. They are very happy now. Stanza 13. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I have been twice as brave if I had not been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. So here in this stanza, everybody seems to be boasting again as earlier. So everybody is saying that they are as brave as they are twice braver than Custard. And what did Master said? What did the dog said? He could have been brave, twice brave, had he been not confused. Flustered means confused. So he is saying that as he was confused, that's why he could not do anything. Otherwise, he would have been twice braver than Custard. Similarly, Ink and Blink also boasted that they were thrice as brave as Custard. And Custard very generously, humbly agrees that he is not brave at all. Everybody is braver than him. He is still a coward. Stanza 14. Belinda still lives in her white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her really truly little pet dragon. So this is repeated. This is repeated of the first stanza is same once you see, but only one word is added, still. So it is present time now. It is still they are living in the house. Everything has come back to the normalcy and they are enjoying still like earlier. Despite knowing that the pirate could have easily killed them, they are now boasting of their bravery. On one hand, Custard is still a coward and still longs for a safe case. And the last stanza, 15th. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a race, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe case. So this is also repeated of the 4th stanza. And here only the difference is that 4th stanza, Belinda was used, it is in the past, and here it is in the present, Belinda is. So this seems that at present also they are living like earlier, and they are boasting their bravery. Everyone is boasting their bravery while Custard is still crying for a case for his safety. So in this way the humorous poem ends. Here a question. Describe Custard the Dragon as a ballad. This may come in your exam, which you may find little difficult. So let me tell you that ballad is a type of narrative poem and a song with simple meter and rhyming scheme. It often contains repetition, brevity, and is a series of 4-line stanza. Here also you have seen the poet uses A, B, B, C, C, D, D rhyming scheme. So this is with alternative tetrameter and trimeter. Ballad originally came from the oral tradition, and all poem tells stories. All other narrative poem tells a story. Here the story is about Custard the Dragon along with the other pets in Belinda's house. Unlike other type of narrative poems such as epic, ballad tends to be narrowly focused. It focuses on single dramatic event which teaches the audience or the reader a lesson or a moral. The 4 lines of a ballad may have different rhyming scheme. Considering the characteristics, if we examine Custard the Dragon, we find all these characteristics available here.